Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we are playing Progressive Capitals on the Polis map, one of the Among Us maps. This one, if you remember from my initial reviews of these maps, was my least favorite, but I do think it offers some interesting quirks here within the Risk game, particularly with the Blizzards, in that very frequently you will have a 1-point chokehold over the board here. The storage bonus there is a +2. I've got a 3 in that area with a 1-point hold over storage and the dropship option up at the top. Now, red does cap in that area directly below it, so I'm going to have to reevaluate my options here. I do look at the area over there on the left side in O2 where I have a 2, and that is actually a 1-point hold with the +2 of security and the +1 of electrical over on the left-hand side. No real good options on the right-hand side. That 2 down at the bottom next to the yellow 4, also not looking like a very good option either. So it's between the 3 in storage, but with red captain comms, definitely some concerns that he might try to roll me, despite the fact that there is a 1-point hold over storage and dropship. There's also the potential that somebody's capped up in dropship, and I don't want to be stuck between a rock and a hard place in that position. So I'm going to take the better known position here, where maybe it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get my bonuses initially, but certainly easier to hold long term. Now, if you guys can't tell, I am currently doing a voiceover here. If that was jarring for the first 2 minutes of this, I do apologize. However, I did not record the audio properly for the first 10 to 12 minutes of this game before I realized that my microphone was not being picked up. Now, you will have about 10 to 12 minutes into this game standard C-Money audio for the remaining 20 to 25 minutes of the game. You won't be missing out on that. You'll have live audio, so stick around for that. We'll have the voiceover here for the next 10 minutes or so. And I want to tell you that this is my second attempt at doing the voiceover, because I am such a fool that I recorded the voiceover accidentally with the webcam camera microphone. So I'm stay losing here with these voiceovers. I spent 10 to 12 minutes recording what I thought was a pretty good voiceover, only to listen to it back and have the absolute worst audio quality you guys have ever heard. It was horrible, and it was so jarring, the separation between this audio and that audio. So what you hear now versus that crappy audio, I was like, oh my God, I have to do this again. So here we are doing it again. I just pointed out, by the way, which is sad, because in the original voiceover, I accidentally timed Fergus Cam point out with my finger moving up. Didn't even mean to do it, but unfortunately we don't have that here. However, you guys do get Fergus Cam today. Don't necessarily get used to it. I'll try to put it in when I can, but he's not always up on my computer like he is, or in a spot that's easy to film. But for this video, he was. So we have Fergus Cam for the entirety of the video, which should be super duper fun. And I hope you guys enjoy seeing my little lad sitting up there. Now, as far as board evaluation goes, we don't see anybody's capital besides the red player. So red is capped in the comms bonus. We saw him attack left on that initial turn. So we know that he's got the comms bonus there. Now, our viewpoint here is I've got a 3 up there in security. I see 4 troops of black behind me, 2 troops of blue, and 2 troops of yellow, with 3 unknown territories. So theoretically, somebody could be capped back there. Now, I put all 10 up here. I think that the 5 cap should be survivable enough, even if a player who is next to me has a bonus. Now, we're going to try to slow roll black over here. I want to see, was there somebody capped behind me in the dropship bonus? Unfortunately, the slow roll does not go well for me. So we are instead going to roll black. We get perfect dice on that. We're going to roll yellow. We get perfect dice on that. Now, I have the option here. I, in hindsight, probably should have rolled the red player first, left 6 troops behind, depending on how much I needed to see over there in the electrical bonus. We do lose 2 troops on yellow. And then, obviously, now we see white and are unable to eliminate the white player out of that position, unfortunately. Now, I do also try to slow roll blue here, because I don't have a fortify back to cap right now, but I'd like to try to get one if I can. Unfortunately, we go even on 2 of the dice, which means even. Unfortunately, tie goes to the defender, and we're not able to take that out. But I don't want white to take electrical. I don't really want anybody to place any troops behind me, so I now get to watch and wait and see if any of these guys, both white, blue, and black, put troops behind me to break me in those bonuses and disrupt my cap position. Fingers crossed that that doesn't happen, but we're obviously sitting here thinking maybe it does. Feeling a little nervous that somebody might go for that. Now white does eke out and take storage, so it's possible that white is positioned up there in dropship. Currently an unknown for us, but we're seeing white out of the final position here do a lot of extra attacks. Now I think there is some value behind keeping material on the opposite sides of the board from wherever your capital is. We don't know where white's cap is, but we do see him attack on multiple positions. And that's going to be something that becomes really, really important later on in this game. Just foreshadowing a little bit, but also just in general, like something I want to do from this position is once I take the material out from behind my capital, I don't want to open up other players' capitals to me, but also I don't want to take those cap cards if I don't have to. I think that the value of cards on other parts of the board is higher than the 3 troops that the O2 bonus that I have access to there is going to be, especially on a map like this that is very, very choked up, right? We know that we have to open up red's cap if we're going to try to go to the middle of the board because of the pathing off of our own capital. So our best bet is to try to take as many cards on the opposite side of the board as possible, provided that we retain that material over there before, or rather after we are done taking the black 2, the white 2, and the blue 1 out from behind our capital. So we want to take our +2 and our +1 behind our cap so that we have that 1 point hold. And then we want to start contributing a little bit on the opposite side of the board. I'm assuming with how many 1 point hold territories we have in the middle of the board, we know that that 1 in comms is not occupied by a capital where red is because he took the bonus, but that +1 in weapons, and then the, what is that? 1, 2, I've got 7, 7 territories in the middle there in the meeting room bonus. Those are all 1 point holds. That 2 where white is does not connect left to the territory to the left of it. So those are all 1 point hold spots. And then that territory up in the upper right in lab is obviously that black territory there that we see no capital on, and then next to our 3 and our 2. And then the territory to the left of that, it is 9 1 point hold territories just in that realm, plus the additional 2 over in weapons and comm. So 11 potential spots for capitals. Now I do roll just a 2 troop roll there because we had 4 troops remaining after our roll of white, and I wanted to bring as many of those back to cap as possible. So I took the risk of rolling the 89% roll of only 2 troops into O2 hallway to try to take blue out of there, so that I only have to leave 1 additional troop behind rather than 2 like we have in that territory where we hit the black player. So we'd have both of the bonuses behind us. We now see white rolling in the middle of the board, and now I want to keep my cap open. Now something I am pointing out here, which I think is a little bit quirky here, is that the canisters bonus has one of those thin lines that implies that you would think there's a connection there. However, there's no connection between O2 wires and canisters. Not trying to blame the developers for that oversight there, but when you have other spots on the board with dark black lines that do connect, and I guess do differentiate a slight alteration between the bonuses. So the repair drill is part of the hallways bonus, whereas temp records is part of lab. But there's a dark black line there, and those two do connect in temp records and repair drill, despite looking like maybe they wouldn't. Obviously, that blizzard below repair drill shows you that you have to be able to pass through there. But with canisters on the left-hand side, it's a thin line, and every other thin line on this map connects. So I find that very strange that that the map is designed like that. But obviously with our cap there, we can see we don't connect to it. So we don't have any question about the pathing ourselves. But, maybe you don't realize as the yellow player in this position that you are actually kill guarding whatever is on that canister's territory behind you. It's an interesting quirk that I wish they would make a little bit more clear. But alas, you can't win them all. And sometimes that is just the way the cookie crumbles. So that middle section, by the way, I was pointing out a second ago, just below the middle blizzard there is no connection there where I'm kind of got the cursor moving right now. So this is what I was talking about earlier. I have these troops over on the right hand side, so it makes more sense for me to to try to take my cards over there, right? I don't want to lock my cap off. We'll take the Fortify here into our 4. Unfortunately, we're going to end up regretting this, and you'll see why in a moment. Now, White's still only getting 5 troops, and he's going to place 2 over on that 4. And, yeah, I want to keep as many cards available to my capital as possible, so there's no point hitting yellow, there's no point hitting blue. It's early in the game, the cap is reasonably well defended. We may as well contribute some troops over there on the right hand side. So blue starts with 8 troops here, and we're about to see the blue player do something a little bit unhinged. Unfortunately for us, he smokes the white 4, and then it's going to come in and smoke my 4 as well. Very aggressive plays by the blue player, and mind you, those are all troops that are completely off capital now, used to wail on that. We don't know where blue's capital is at this stage of the game, but very, very bizarre play by blue here to make that choice. And fortunately, we still have that 1 and the 3 over there away from capital that we can potentially operate with here in a moment. Now, I do have the standard game recording audio of me speaking into the microphone that is synced up. It's no longer voiceover, so I hope you guys enjoy that. I appreciate you guys sticking around for the voiceover, and we're going to switch over to that audio now. All right, so I noticed we are 12 minutes into this game. I have Fergus cam. I'll maybe do some voiceover of what my thoughts were before this point. I actually noticed during a recording, Red has 2 more. So Red might have double capital then and triple bonus. That's crazy. I don't even know what I've said. I'll try to cover some stuff with the voiceover. My mic, guys, for some reason got disconnected before recording this. And I thought this was a really interesting start to this game. So I think it's a bit frustrating that the microphone just sometimes, like, it's still plugged in, but it changes it doesn't recognize the input or what. And all I have to do is go into Streamlabs and change the setting. But I don't want to rid you guys of your ability to look at Fergus, so I'm not going to. I'm annoyed with blue for smoking my material, though. That hasn't changed. So I mean, silly guy just ran through all of this stuff on the right-hand side. And I thought maybe he would have an undefended cap down here or something. It looks like he fortified up to this spot with a little material, but we did slow roll that bad boy down and worked in our favor. Got a 17 cap. I don't know how much red is holding off over here. White has botted. So the white player has botted out of the game. Yellow is still here, I believe. Not botted, but with no capital. Blue is down to 6. So blue has capital and I think the weapons +1 now. So he picked up this +2 over by me on Specimen Room, which means red likely has double capital and these 3 bonuses here. Red is very, very strong. I think red can assume where I'm capped. I don't want to close my cap off. That's part of the reason why I haven't taken too much in here. And also, if somebody clears out a bunch of the other yellow material, I'd like to be able to scoop the yellow elimination when that time comes. I don't want to trade in early, though, so this is like the end of yellow over here on this 2. I don't want to hit it. I'd rather just let him take cards, especially because he traded early. He actually failed his roll just now. Bizarrely. Right up to 14 now. I don't know where black is capped. It just takes a simple card over there. I got to dedicate some more troops to capital on this turn. White bot will almost certainly trade, so we should get the best trade in. I do apologize, guys, for the missing audio in the first 10 minutes of this one. Just an unfortunate circumstance, but you have me live now. It just took a little minute, a hot minute, little bit to get there. So I will do my best to make the rest of this audio nice and spicy. We'll do a little bit voiceover. It won't be too much. that I'll have to do. But we'll have to fortify here. Let's go. 25 should be enough there. I'll lose a troop. That's okay. I'm just trying to take the card so I don't have to close off the cap. White gets additional 6. Still has its capital. Wherever that white cap is, the white player still has it. This actually might force red off of his area here, which I think blue is capped on weapon data. If I had to guess, blue is capped on weapon data. 6 troops per turn. I smoked a bunch of his territories out of here, and he still hasn't dropped that. So I think that he has the +1 here. He might actually think that this is the yellow elimination, which in which case, that's fine. I didn't want to trade in early. This will put him an entire card ahead of everybody. I mean, if the yellow elimination is over here, he didn't get, or he's got another spot. So he does get it. So that's a good heads-up play by blue. It also means he did attack into one of these vessels here as well. So there might be another player in one of these spots, but yeah, blue will be off card pace from all of us now because he's in the first position with that. So not a bad play by blue. We'll have red trading. Blacks, I haven't been able to really read black in this game at all. So we'll see what happens with that. I wonder if red attacks. He comes out of the pocket here with 25 troops. He's been hiding stuff in there because that... Actually, no, that was just the entire generation here. Very interesting. That probably comes back either to cap or to this territory here. Yeah, we don't want to open that up, and I'm hoping that blue does not open that up either. The interesting thing about this, though, is if red gets bonked out of the right-hand side here, and blue is capped on weapon data, there's a very real possibility here that red has accidentally card blocked himself. He's only got 1 additional card back here. Black playing very aggressively right now. I'm not sure why. I need to keep some troops on the right-hand side, but not a lot. +2 on cam vents. That's behind me. I'm going to go... I'll try to take this bonus. So the reason I do that is I want to make sure red does not have cards over there. I want to force red to take his last card over here on the left-hand side. If I've read the board correctly. Obviously, it's if I've read the board correctly, but I don't want him to have cards over here. If I allow that, it's not good for me. Especially if I know that I'm blocked. Like if I'm blocked back here by red and blue anyway. My hope here is that blue aggresses either black or the white bot. And yeah, he's not hitting me right now. He might take the kill on the white bot for 3 cards. And that would be a smart play. Now, if he accidentally bungles the black kill, tries to eliminate black, red... I don't know what blue just did. Fortifies a bunch of troops out towards me. I don't understand that. Red takes his last card over here. Blue just fortified 34 troops over into me. I'm almost hoping black hides me here. Was white capless on that last turn? It was. This could be the end of white in here, unless black takes it for himself. Trade-ins are how high? 25. I got to try for this. I think blue has taken all of this in here. That was beautiful. That was just perfect. I'm hiding this because blue's going to come ravage me over here. could have added these troops over here, but I needed to keep myself safe from red. So that was basically, what did I lose on that 6? I just lost 5 troops. That was basically a free 25 troops. Blue is kind of slow. He's going to have to split here. I don't think he's going to have enough to knock me out of here, and I think this is going to be a really poor play by him. Oh, that's even better. I will go hit this. If it's 30 or less, I'm going to hit that. That's a bad play by blue. I can weasel my way into a lot of his material here. He might even lose his cap right. Yep, there it is. Just lost his capital to red. That was a bad play by blue. Problem is, I can't eliminate him right now. I actually can't hit him. And the reason I can't hit him is we saw red only did 1 attack there. He is kill guarding blue at the moment. And he likely has a ton of troops that he just fortified forward. I mean, this is a drastic mismanagement of troops by blue here. Is black going to come knock me out of here? I don't like this if black knocks me out of here. No, he's going to go hit blue. Does he roll this? Okay. He's not going to get this elimination. Blue's going to be stuck behind red. He just fed these cards to red. I don't trade in off of blue. That's the one problem here. I will see both of red's caps over here, but I potentially card block myself. I don't actually even have a trade on 4 right now. So I can't aggress red here. I can't aggress. Hopefully blue has a trade on 3. That's the worst time to not have a trade on 4. That's horrible. Because I don't think I get either a red's caps or get through this at all if I don't have the trade. And I don't think blue... Yeah, red just kills blue for free now. That's 3 free cards for red. So we have to try to find a way to stay on this side of the board. Oh. Black kept him over here. That was a great play by black. Red just removed blue. Black gets the elimination. Wow. I got baited. Well, I wasn't going to get it anyway. I had no chance at that elimination. I'd love to know where the black player is capped. Trades are pretty high now. I think if there's going to be any opportunity to make a move on one of red's caps, it's this turn. Especially because black's going to knock me out of the right-hand side, which I think is going to actually bite him in the butt. 84 troops? Why would you give this to me for free? This one's actually more valuable than the other one, so... I'm gonna hit him like that. I don't have a trade on 3, but probably just breaks me. But if he rolls this cab, he loses the game. It's as simple as... No, he doesn't do that. All right. I'd rather keep this path open. Black is going to knock me out of the right-hand side. This is going to give red and I a trading pocket. Black is going to knock me out of here. This is a bad play by black. I'm actually in a great spot being on this position here. I am going to lock my cap. I'm going to lock this left cap up. No, he's continuing to... I don't want to give black cards, though. It actually is not... And he's trying to block me over there. Why would I... I'll just trade with red. This doesn't make any sense. There's no reason not to just trade with red here. Especially if he's going to open the cap up. I mean, it benefits me far more to trade with red than to trade with black, because I need black to hit red's cap. I need black to hit red's cap. I'm actually in a good spot here with the cap open. Pull from back here because he'll hit this territory here. Trades. This gives him a really good position to hit back into black. But at the end of the day, like, he's going to take the beating from the black player. There's no possible way for me to. And, like, I still have the material over here. If I wanted to flip the script here, I could. But I think it's in my best interest. Let black get as strong as possible in front of red, generating as many troops as he is, way more than red, to eventually roll red's capital. I don't know why red left. I mean, I think he really was trying to emphasize control of that kill guard. I don't know why he... I don't know why red left both of these split. I think he would have been fine. Actually would have contained a better position long term, although I may have still rolled him and then he gets eliminated by black even sooner. So black's got 4 more cards. There's no sense. I mean, we know there's a cap here. We know it's a block spot. So I may as well, right? And I'm going to continue. We're going to keep this cap. Like, I don't want to keep it defended, but I'm going to add mostly to this spot because we basically need to get prepared to... I mean, this is why I could have kept red behind me, but is because black could potentially seek their kill and profit. But he'll have to pass the cap, so we'll get an idea of how much we have to hit. So as long as this cap is as strong as possible, that's going to be our best bet here. And black has only got 2 more cards, and then... Buddy's got to put everything under red's cap there. Otherwise, he's just going to be the fodder for the red player. Or it's possible that red attacks off. There's one possible option here, and it's up to red, and that is the possible option is red pulls off cap and lets black have this for free in the hopes that I don't eliminate him and he gets a higher position or something somehow. But we will not know. Actually, we will know when he tries to roll the capital. He's got 1 more attack up there. Now, I have no goals of eliminating red right now. I would prefer red take the beating from the black player. That's really my preference here. I got 274 troops here. I am getting almost the same amount as black. That will change. It has just changed. He just got this bonus up here. So he is getting 6 more troops than me now. He sets early. Hang on. 4, 2, 2, 6, 8, 11. He's got all of that, doesn't he? Not quite enough to hit him. Black's got everything in front of him. I think he tried to test whatever the roll would be. It's back here. All right, so he's got 320 here, 330. Black's going to take his last card here, but this doesn't do anything. Now you're just stuck. He wasn't able to roll this. and I start trading. All right, Black. When do you start sacking? Petting the cat. I thought he might look over. The Fergus scam. Let me try to turn the Fergus scam to get more of Fergus. Now we're in a weird spot because, like, obviously I am stronger than the red player, and eventually the red player has to do something. Have a Joker. That'll maybe come in handy. Red sets early. I mean, there's no reason for red not to set early, right? You basically, if I'm giving him cards, you basically have to set whenever you can. Black's just skipping out. Just now, we're kind of at the bidding of red, though, right? Like, if red decides to betray us. And black's not going to go quietly in the night on this board here. But we are generating more than black. Like red now is even generating more than black per turn because black didn't ever hit the cap and hasn't tried to do anything. He had to try to roll this earlier. I don't really know why black didn't make a move on it earlier. Maybe his cap's not actually right here. Maybe it's possible that the cap is office vents or admin entry, one of those two. It's possible there's two caps. I don't even know. I don't know where the last two capitals are. I never got vision in this region down here. Let's trade these guys. Just soft protection there, just in case. But red's cap was better, and we managed to get it. Red's original. This is a much better cap than mine, solely because it has better access to this here. Still holds quite a good spot up there. I'm glad that red didn't think, like, I was betraying him or anything. I think how we'll know if black actually not successfully rolls anything, but just rolls anything to begin with, is if he quits. If we see black quit after a roll, that's kind of how I think we'll know that he is tried to make a move. And the more red sets in, that's the other thing, is the more red sets in, the more likely it is. What? Why would you give that to him? No, you were going to get second. Dude, what the heck? Why did he do that? Why'd you bail? Come on, man. Like, what the heck? Black was literally never going to win that roll. Red was guaranteed second. Now he's going to get third. That is a horrid play. And he gives black 2 cards. Come on, dude. I'm glad black cleared him out of there. Oh, he at least fed me the elimination. That's nice of him. I can card block him. Well, no, I can't really card block him. I need him to come roll some stuff. I just hope he gets too aggressive. Like, if he loses a bunch on this cap, there's a world in which I can flip the board on him. He just gave me an extra card. That's nice of him. This doesn't get through. I've got about 700 here. I don't know if it's down here though. Oh my gosh. I can't believe he did that. What? Obviously, I had attacker's advantage. Attacker's advantage helps a ton with the blitz roll. I'm like 700, 770. I think I can beat that. I had 17 troops left. And the caps were both here. I was so worried one of them was down here. So those two spots that I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned that. I might have been muted when I tried mentioning this earlier. But these, there's no connection between that. So that was a 1-point hold in the middle. 3 separate 1-point hold caps in the middle. Red took one for the, well, Red didn't even take one for the team. He sacked his stinking troops into me. I somehow that trade, when I traded in, that cap held up. I have no idea how that held up. Black was expert. Rest of the players were beginner. Blue was master. I'm a little surprised by that. Blue had a tremendous mismanagement of troops in the early game. 30 troops off cap in the early game, man. That is not, the trade-ins are equal to that amount. That just means your cap is not well defended. Red picked a really good cap, all things considered, with the position that they had. They just didn't defend the right one, in my opinion, and then stepped off. And I think they thought with them stepping off that I was done for. But the dice had my back for a game, everybody. It's super, super dope. I want to give a shout out to XL Buddha for subscribing to the channel. If you guys want to shout out in an upcoming video, all you got to do is subscribe. Make sure public subscription's on. I'll give you the shout out that you so deserve. Hopefully the voiceover in the first 10 minutes of this one's not super weird, but we got the audio now. So 26 minutes of no voiceover is much better than 38 minutes of full voiceover. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. As always, everybody, I have been C-Money. This bad boy up here is Fergus. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.